Hello, this is TT,
And this is Qwim.
and we are back at Cooking Companions. Now, last time, what happened is we showed up and we ate the emergency supplies, because that's always clever. We tried to go into the basement, and it turns out you're only allowed to explore one room a day.
And it didn't even let us.
Yeah, so that was a waste. We can go back and talk to the suicidal vegetables that are like, talk to us, we'll help you, but don't make food out of us. And Gregor here, he's not a vegetarian. Tiny little chick is a vegetarian. We have the prom queen, and then we have man dude, Asian guy. So, yeah, we're just kind of figuring it out right now. Everyone's happy-go-lucky. There's nothing really bad happening. So, Gregor, good morning, everyone.
Yeah. Again, Gregor.
Can't you let us sleep in? Not today.
Why?
Storm clouds are gathering outside. We need to find some food before it begins to downpour.
Gregor, you're overreacting. We have enough food to last us a while.
Enough food? I thought we used most of the supplies for last night's dinner. He's right. The meal you made was delicious, but it used a lot of what we had. Gregor's also correct. Precipitation is unusually high in this area, with many areas being high risk for flooding. It'd be foolish to not go out and look for food today.
You really think it will flood?
Thankfully, the cabin is on high ground, but that doesn't mean we're safe from flood waters. It's always a possibility, so it can't hurt to be prepared.
You're losing it, Gregor. Karen, there's nothing to worry about. I think Gregor's right, Karen. Huh? It won't hurt to prepare for the worst.
I think she's right, Karen. Fail to prepare, prepare to fail. Anatoly, let's go out and prepare for the storm. Foraging should be a key priority today. There are plenty of edible foods, and it have better odds than trying to hunt. Give me a few minutes, and I'll plot out our route on some paper. Let me help, little guy. Anatoly and Gregor head to the bedroom to consult the map. Yes, that's what they're doing in the bedroom. Maria and Karen are still hanging around. Tutorial. Unfortunately, in life, you can't make everyone happy. When given a choice to speak to a character, choose wisely. You can only select one of them. It's just like the rooms. Try to max out your bond with certain characters for unique dialogue and scenarios. Which one would you like to talk to?
Karen's usually inside. Let's do it with Karen. Hey. This paper nailed to the wall looks pretty ancient. What were the old days like?
Not sure. Extremely brutal, or not like these days. I would say extremely brutal.
Yeah. Oh, really? You have to share the details with me later. Okay?
Karen will not be able to stomach your stories. But you still agree you'll tell her the details later. Karen will definitely remember that. Okay, so we're going to share our stories with her. Woohoo! We have a heart! Have a heart! You hear a shout from the other room. Gregor and Anatoly come back from their meeting. Gregor is blushing slightly. Told you so.
What?
Hey, can you cook something while we're out? You nod.
Wait. They just said we used most of the food. So if...
We'll come up with something. Thank you. Alright, everyone. We have our route now. Let's beat those rain clouds. The group leaves, determined as ever. You have the cabin all to yourself. Ah? What's that noise? Sounds like it's coming from the kitchen. Huh? Radio? What's going on with that radio? You didn't even notice it on the ground when you walked in. Did somebody leave this radio here? It looks newer than anything you've seen before. Seems to be broken. Better hold on to this. You got the strange radio. Yes, that's what I always wanted. Before you kick dinner, what should you check out? Should we talk to the thingamathingies and get another recipe?
Sure.
You have nothing better to do, so you decide to talk to the chompettes. Hi! Good to see you again! Thought you abandoned us. I'm a potato. Why are you trying to fool them? Go ahead, make those meals you enjoy so much. Raspberry? No thanks. That vegetable stew? Gross! You already stunk up the cabin last night. Spare us a repeat. Onion! It almost smelled as bad as you, Stinky. Almost. Aren't you gonna give them the recipe, Onion? Well, I guess. Hey, ever notice those 4 humans don't give you any recipes? Those monsters. That's why you should spend more time with us. Right? Of course. I have the perfect recipe for you today. It'll make the kitchen smell nice afterwards, and it will impress dinner guests. The borscht. Nice. Don't burn down the cabin making it, okay? You nod. Don't be a stranger. Jumpets! Mosey out! You shut the drawer and wait for the others to return back. Maria's back early today. Mariah? Whatever. Oh, she looks like she had a successful hunt.
Hey. The others still looking for food outside. Anatoly found some more berries. But nothing that will feed all of us. Please don't tell the others. But I'm a little worried about our supplies. I crunched the numbers and we don't have enough food, even with rationing to last if there's a big storm and we get stuck here.
Maria seems disappointed in your inventory management.
Can you try cooking with a little less this evening?
You nod.
Thank you. You've done such a great job with meals so far.
I don't think she's sincere at all in that.
I know, she looked a little bit sarcastic. You're very sweet.
Is Maria blushing? Ah! Maria will remember that. We have a heart. Yay! Yay! Heart! Hearticus! Heart!
Maybe you could teach me to cook sometime.
You nod.
Looking forward to it.
You nod.
Hey, could you hold cooking classes here someday?
You nod. Rudely interrupting a tender moment, the others burst into the cabin. We were about to have a score, too.
Yeah, right.
Don't be so down, everyone. We got tons of good berries.
Ugh. Jam is so bland without any sugar. Do you have any sugar?
You shake your head sadly.
Yikes.
Turn that frown upside down, Karen. Who knows what tomorrow will bring?
I'm not smiling for you, Gregor.
You missed out! Sunset was really tremendous on our way back. Hues of orange, red, even a little purple poking out.
Red sky at night, sailor's delight. Red sky in morning, sailors take warning.
That's what I've heard. So, can we expect a sailor's delight tomorrow? Maybe you and Anatoly. That's awesome! You're such an optimist, big guy. We must have walked a few miles today. Gorgeous sights. You could even see snow on the tips of the mountains. Belly grumble. That rumble sounded like a dying calf. You look from person to person, trying to determine who it was. It's me! It was definitely Maria.
Maria, I recognize that sound from anywhere. Ah! Guilty.
Maria looks embarrassed, but the group laughs at her honesty. Except for you. You search your mind for something to say, but all you can think of is an old riddle. Ahem. Those who have it do not want it. Those who have it least succeed. Those who have it for too long perish. When you feed it, it gets smaller. What am I?
What the heck?
Dust. Try again, big guy. Everyone is pondering the answer. Maria's face lights up.
I got it. Is it hunger?
Correct!
Yeah, I was going to guess that.
So, what's on the menu tonight, chef? Bread and jam. You crush the berries in your small mortar and pestle, spreading it on some crusty bread. Da-da-da-da! You cooked raspberry jam and bread!
What's the point of getting the recipes from the little munchkin trumpets things if we're never going to make them?
The bread's a little tough.
Gregor, don't... Oh, hold on. Gregor, don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
But this homemade jam is to die for. Sorry.
No, you're right, Gregor. This bread stinks.
Maria! Everybody laughs. You're not sure this could be called a meal. But it got the job done. Everyone thanks you for dinner and heads off to sleep. Oh, night-night. You go to bed wishing you had more. You have a strange dream. Eating somebody. Something is riding on your back. And it's becoming a nuisance. You try to see it in the mirror, but you can't get a good look at it. You try almost everything, but it won't get off. The pain between your shoulder blades is getting worse by the minute. You wander away from the cabin, stumbling by a river to soak your pain in cool water. You didn't want things to come to this, but you've exhausted all other options. You swim out to the middle. Rocks on the bottom cut your feet. You slip and fall to your knees. You lean back, trying to submerge the thing underneath the waters. But it won't drown. It won't drown. It won't drown. You splash frantically, plunging your head beneath the water. The current takes you downstream. You try swimming to the shore, but it's no use. Water fills your mouth and nostrils. After a minute, you stop struggling against the current. As you gaze up at the sky, you feel it leaving your back, drifting into the sky as you sink to the bottom. As you take your last gasp, you see what was on your back staring into your eyes, but you don't even have the air in your lungs to scream. You wake in a cold sweat. Get to bed! The fetch was that? Good gravy! Heck is wrong with you?
What's wrong with this? What?
Wake up! Sorry, you were making strange noises in your sleep.
Well, what's going on, Gregor? Did the lighting wake you up?
It woke me up. Tried to fall back asleep, but it's so loud.
Ugh. Let's just get back to sleep and talk about this in the morning.
Everyone nods in agreement and gets back to bed. Except for you. You can't fall back asleep. You still have goosebumps from the nightmare. Huh! Karen's snoring is louder than a sawmill. You find it very loud and distracting. Quick, she needs a cuddle buddy.
No, jeez.
You don't sleep a wink. Everyone is now up and awake in the cabin. You hear the front door open and quickly slam shut. Anatoly sounds petrified. I looked out the door, and we're completely surrounded by floodwaters. Looks like sailors take warning was more appropriate for today.
Maybe it'll clear up tomorrow.
You can't steal big guy's optimism, Karen.
Why the hell not? That's all he has going for him.
Yeah, he's also good at chopping wood, though. Knock it off, you two. Maria, do you think it'll clear up tomorrow?
I give it a 27% chance of it clearing up tomorrow. Based on what? I was bored stiff, so I read a book on local precipitation levels for the last 20 years in the living room.
How about?
Sounds like you're stealing Anatoly's thunder. Anatoly, you're a good book nerd, right? Why didn't you read it?
Couldn't make it past the cover.
Is that right?
Yes.
The bookshelf has some great books on artisan crafting and natural sciences. Why let them sit there gathering dust?
How did you arrive at a 27% chance of it clearing up tomorrow?
It's easy. Take the time of year, multiply it by a factor of...
Maria begins to explain meteorology to you. She isn't dumbing any of this down.
It's similar to... where... So the first thing you need to understand...
Good gravy. Minutes of explanation feels like hours.
Look at Gregor's face.
You look over at Anatoly. He's listening intently to Maria. So intently, he hasn't blinked yet. You can see his eyes drying up. A tear rolls down one of his cheeks. This is brutal. Maria finally wraps up her lecture. She ends with a bow. Nobody claps. Tough crowd. Maria, that was awe-inspiring.
You lost me a few minutes in, but it's okay.
I didn't understand a word of it. Ha 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 ha. Anatoly turns to you. Anyway, there's no telling how long this will last. We can't leave the cabin until these floodwaters stop. I know our food situation is a little tight, but I know you'll make the right decisions.
Oh, jeez.
I believe in you.
Me too.
Looks like we have enough leftover berries and for more bread and raspberry jam. I'll pass on the jam. Just give me more bread. Everyone laughs, except for you. With everyone stranded in the cabin, you need to keep everyone fed and happy. You sneak out to the kitchen while everyone's still talking.
Sneak out or into... Okay.
You get out some crusty bread and you get to work making some more jam. With the kitchen to yourself, you decide to check in on the Chompettes. Hello! Don't worry. As leader of the Chompets, I'll make sure none of the humans know about us. That big guy would try eating me like an apple, so definitely don't tell them about us. I'm a potato. Are your plans going awry? Got another cornbread classic for you. Did you hear about the bread maker's bakery burning down? No? Her business is now toast. That one's been done to death. Do you know how raspberry and milk were introduced? You tell her no. Milkshake! You let out an audible groan. Did cornbread teach you that one? Nope. Wasted an entire day thinking about that terrible pun. I'm a potato. It was well worth the time and effort, Raspberry. Maybe you'll win the annual Chompets comedy competition this year. Raspberry! Of course. Not while I'm here. I won't choke on stage this year. Isn't that every year, Bread? We still talk about that closing line, Bread. You're going to do great this year. I'm a potato. Anyways, don't even think of eating us if you're hungry. Chompets stick together through thick and thin. Rain or shine. Feast or famine. I'm a potato. Potato, I swear to God, repeat the line or we're locking you up again. Life or death. That's right. Chompets, move out. No recipe this time. The Chompets somehow managed to close the drawer on themselves. You bring the crusty bread and jam into the living room. Karen interrupts you as you bring in the food.
Took you long enough?
Karen looks at the 2 slices of bread left and the mason jar of raspberry jam.
There's mold on these last 2 slices of bread.
You didn't choose that. Karen is right.
What the heck is the matter with you?
You grip the knife tightly in your hand.
You think this is enough for 5 of us?
Well, wait. We can't throw this bread away. It's all we have left.
Gregor's right. Anatoly, will mold spores give us food poisoning?
I'm no scientist. Sorry.
Let's pick off as much mold as we can. We can't leave the floodwater, so this will have to last us another day.
Everyone grimly nods, ripping apart their piece like a pack of wolves. Gregor seems to unhinge his jaw and eats it in one bite. He looks like a duck eating bread.
Thanks again. Bread and jam isn't much of a meal, but it's more than what we had when we left Ukraine.
Plenty of rainwater outside, so at least we won't die of dehydration. But until this storm's over, nobody should leave the cabin. Should clear up if we just give it a chance.
Anatoly, where are you getting that information from?
Well, one of the books on the bookshelf about the climate here.
You're illiterate, so that definitely is a lie.
I've seen him reading. Little guy's been studying.
I'm serious. He pretends to read those books because he wants us to think he's smart. But I can tell he's just staring at the page, faking it.
What do you think? I kind of want to side with Karen.
Let's side with Karen. You're funny.
I...
Keep pretending with those books, Anatoly. Brutal, Karen. I found an old picture book in the living room, Anatoly. Let me know if you want it, small fry.
Karen...